Most people don't have trauma. They have an identity problem. And before you flinch, listen all the way through. Because if this doesn't sting a little bit, it's not for you. Somewhere along the way, suffering stopped being something you move through and became something that you move into. Pain becomes personality, struggle becomes status, and accountability becomes violence. Let me say this clean. There's a multi-billion-dollar industry built on keeping you weak. Not broken, not injured, weak. Because broken people heal. Weak people stay subscribed. Here's the uncomfortable truth that nobody gets paid to say. If your healing never leads to responsibility, then it's not actually healing. You're just performing. Real healing doesn't make you softer. It makes you dangerous to your old excuses. But that's not what's being sold. What's being sold is endless processing, endless validation, endless permission to never change. You're told, you're this way because of what happened to you. Cool, maybe that's true. But here's the part they always leave out. What happened to you explains you. It does not excuse you. At some point, pain stops being the cause and becomes the cover story. I mean, just look around. People don't want freedom. They want exemption. Exemption from discipline. Exemption from standards. Exemption from the discomfort of being someone new. So they call it trauma. They call it nervous system regulation. They call it shadow work. Anything but what it really is. Fear of responsibility. Because responsibility is terrifying when you've built your identity on being harmed. And here's where it gets darker. There are people who profit from keeping you here. If you healed, they'd lose clients. If you outgrew your story, their authority disappears. So they keep you looping. New labels, new diagnoses, new frameworks. Same result. You still can't act. You still can't decide, still can't lead your own life. That's not compassion. That's dependency engineering. Let me be very clear, because nuance matters. Pain is real. Abuse is real. Trauma is real. But so is your capacity to transcend it. And anyone who tells you otherwise is either scared of their own power or terrified you might discover yours. Here's a line that will trigger the right people. Empathy without standards creates weak adults. If someone loves you but never challenges you, they don't love you. They manage you. Real support says, I see what happened to you, and I refuse to let it define you. Real healing asks, what are you going to do now? Not how long do you want to sit here? You don't need more insight. You need integration. You don't need to understand your pain better. You need to outgrow it. And outgrowing something hurts. Because it means letting go of the sympathy, the attention, the safety of being the wounded one. But on the other side, agency, clarity, power, the kind that doesn't need permission. If this pissed you off, good. That means something in you knows I'm right. And if this grounded you, you're already ahead of most people. Because the truth is simple. You're not here to be healed forever. You're here to become capable. And capability requires standards, discomfort, ownership. No saviors, no villains, no endless stories. Just you, deciding who runs your life. If you're done outsourcing your authority, you know what to do. And if you're not, that's fine too. But don't call the cage healing just because you've learned how to decorate it.